Hello guys, hi, how are you? Today my friends are coming over. Wow, look at my hair. I was like, ugh, so crazy. Anyway, and I have already started cooking, and then I realized I'm like, why don't I make this a blog? And so I've already prepped some stuff, sweet potatoes, or more like yams, because purple potato is sweet potato. These are yams. I don't know. This is how it looks. It's super delicious. And then this is the chickpea. So peel a potato, right? This is not an aesthetic video, but I've learned some stuff for the aesthetic video here and there. So I'm gonna put used to it. Like,
come on, girls, come eat.
What? Kitten chow. Starry, you wanna eat? Okay.
Get there.
It's a new litter. Guest. What is it? Just to be goody. Clean the toilet. I guess not. Hi guys, so I'm thinking of making one more dish because I want to do cabbage because we're gonna make pakora today too. So I want to do cabbage dish, so I think they could eat it with roti. So, but I do want to have a few more stuff. I'm not sure I've done. Any type of paper?
I believe.
Not topping. Maybe it just. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I forgot to show you guys the rest of the stuff. This is how it looks. I'm sorry. Hello. Crazy. All right, guys. You see all this? It's because I showered and I changed. And now I'm gonna make us a tabbouleh salad, which is my first time making it. I've never made it. Okay, guys, I am freaking out a little bit because I'm cooking rice, and I told my friend to come early, but she's kind of running late. But the rice is already done, so if it's a little soggy, I tried. I told you to come early, but you didn't. Cut the cucumbers. You guys don't see this? Oh, that's so cool. The cucumber. Okay, I'm not so much. Like that. Oh, I want to taste it. Okay, they make quartz. Oh shoot, I think it's like this. Okay, I'll snack on these then. Yeah, I remember seeing something like this. Today I will utilize it. One, two, three, four. They're making me tear up. Okay, that's fine. Boogler. I don't know. So This is how it's gonna go. Gonna use this. Just gonna eat this part. Really feel like I had this before because I have so much. Okay, we're gonna take some lemon juice. I'm gonna have this up, de-seed it as much as I can. Actually, I think I will. Oh. Lemon juice. Black pepper. Okay, I've made the dressing here. I'm gonna interrupt you from the video for a bit because I didn't really get to record anything, and this is literally the 2 days later. This is 2 days later from that video that you are watching earlier, because I had a lot of revelation, a lot of energy, new energy coming in, and old energy dismissing itself or working itself out. And so now this is a little bit of I'm talking about spiritual awakening. So if you are not interested in spiritual awakening, I thank you for being here. You may exit out of this video. And if you are curious or you are going through your spiritual awakening, please keep on listening, and it starts right now. So welcome back. In my dream state, I am able to, well, in my dream state, in this I go into this frequency of alignment where I can levitate. I can levitate off the bed, but I don't go any higher than like really close to my ceiling, and I am usually very scared. It first happened to me and I was really scared. I freaked out because I went to my higher state where I was not physical, and then I slowly came out, and as I was coming out, I knew I was coming out. I knew I was going to a non-physical state because of I seen myself in my ayahuasca. So because of that, I knew I was coming down the frequency because I felt it. I saw myself coming down a frequency, different level and whatever, to the level that I was floating above my bed. And so I looked back because I'm like, this is not possible. And then I looked down to see my body was there. My body was not on the bed. And I was like, okay, I know I'm doing. And I was really scared because all I could hear is this loud ringing noise, really, and my third eye like going bright, really like golden colored light, just shining the whole entire time. And it took me a very long time to get over it. And because I kept telling myself, and this new thing that I learned about me is like, before I go to bed, I can tell myself, I trust my body. I know what even if I don't trust myself, I trust my body to keep me safe, secured, and I will always be protected wherever I go. My body will always protect me. And so because of that, and I was like, whatever dream state I have, especially stuff to do with frequencies and awakening, I want to stay there long enough to find out why I'm having it and how I can overcome my fear. And I want to see myself overcome it and stay in it for a longer. And so I was able to do that. And so it was amazing after a while. And so the next time I had this experience again, I was really freaking out, but I wasn't freaking out as much as how I was doing it before. I figured out I can move, but I still was not leaving out the bedroom or go on the second floor or whatever because I was scared. And then I try to get my man's attention, and then eventually I got his attention. And I did. When I got his attention, I was just like, I was talking to him, but I was scared of talking to him because I know it's not really him, and he felt scary to me. And he was like, open your eyes, look at me, and that's so funny because my eyes were kind of open because I was seeing through my third eye, but it wasn't really open. But it freaked me out because I think I seen a shadow version of his arm moving up, and it scared me. And so I woke up. And speaking of the, and so I, for a long time, I'm trying to go back to that state. And because I don't know how I went to that state, nobody's teaching me of how to go to that state as of yet. And so I'm just teaching myself. And so as I'm going to the state, so I'm learning and learning. And then recently I met with a star seed, a new star seed that I have not known of, and who is more awakened than me, and has physical abilities and stuff. And so like after I spoke to him and all this stuff, I was looking through his notes, and I was going through, because he was telling me how I'm not speaking my truth, I'm hiding from myself. And I'm like, how can I be hiding from myself? I'm hiding from who I am and what I can do. And I'm just like, I'm hiding, why? And like, I'm not acting who I am. And I was just like, what do you mean? Because they're like, oh, how I keep talking about my man, about his experience, about my experience, but I'm really not talking about me. And I'm like, and they're like, so who are, like, what about you? And I'm like, what about me? There's like, I'm just this person, I don't have anything. And they're like, no, there's something about you, and you're just hiding. You have this persona, you're hiding from yourself. And I'm like, they're like, oh, why are you hiding? And I'm like, because I'm scared to know who I truly am. I was afraid to act out who I really am and experience who I really am, because I'm thinking I'm a bad person. I can harm somebody if I were to show my true form, to my true, if I were to do my true acts and stuff, and after we've gone through it and whatever, and I had a fear of sexuality, because I feel like I was just like in a really, because I think I'm just gonna ruin marriages, I'm gonna ruin love, whatever, be with that partner just for the fun of it, because I know I can do it. And I used to fear it. And I remember telling my man years ago, like, that was my fear. And so that's why I don't let myself out, because I can control my emotion, and I can motivate somebody else to leave a relationship or whatever. And he's like, why are you afraid of it? So what are you gonna do afterward that you ruin this relationship? And I'm like, I never thought of it that way, that what am I gonna do afterward? I'm like, I'm just like to the point that I only think about, oh, I'm gonna ruin it, and I don't want to do that. And then he's like, okay, but what happens after you ruin it? And I'm like, I never thought of it that far, And I'm like, after I thought about it, and then I was like, oh, sometimes like I have negative energy. I feel negative energy toward my cat and whatever. This is very personal. I'm going very deep. And I was like, and then he's like, why are you scared of your cat? And I'm like, sometimes I think my cat is a snake or whatever, and it's like attacking me, and I don't like it, and I have negative energy that I'm gonna hurt the cat and whatever. And because she feels my negative energy, and she moves away from him. And so he's like, okay, so like, what if the snake is your best friend, or like something like that, he said. And I started thinking, like, what if the snake is my best friend, it's my partner or whatever, or it's coming in different form to help me out, and I'm not in it. Okay. And I was like, okay, I didn't think of it that way. But I'm like, okay, so I'm like, what made me come to this scared? Why am I so scared of my cat and stuff? Why is the cat so scared of me? And I remember when the cat was younger, it used to bite me a lot. And one of the main reason I bought the cat, because it's my sibling's cat, my mom's cat. I bought it to this house because I need training, because she used to bite everybody, and she used to bite me so hard. She used to bite my arm, fingers, little feet, toes, everything she would bite. And so I got negative energy out of that, because every time I would go next to her, she would bite me, well, she would try to play, but she loves to play, but she plays really hard, and I'm like, she would bite me, and I didn't like that. I didn't want to get bite. And so I associated with her as a snake. I'm like, oh, she bites me, she's a snake, da, da, da. And so because of that, I leaned more into that energy, and that's how now when I see her, when I'm like, I feel scared because I feel attacked, and I imagine her as a snake, you know. And even in my dreams, there one day, like I knew there was a snake in my dream, and she was moving around just like my cat would move around. I'm like, she moved around like a cat. And I remember the person asked me, like, oh, so why are you scared? It's not biting you. And I'm like, it's not biting me, but it's not comfortable, you know, for her to move around like this, because she moves around me and bumps into me, whatever, the snake, and they would just move around and keep doing the same thing. Like cat, they would just move around you, play around, and then move around, you know. So I was so scared. I was like, okay. And so I finally found out why. So I'm like, okay. And I felt a huge amount of release from my stomach, from my back. And I was like, I was so good. And then so back to that dream state, I was like, I was telling him, I was like, so when did this awakening start? Or when did I started to fly and whatever? And I was like, I do remember long time ago, maybe when I used to work for my catering company, you know. One day in my dream, I saw myself floating above of water. It was like a whole ocean of water, and I was floating, and it was nighttime, and it was so dark, and I was scared. And I was so scared that I was like, how am I flying? I shouldn't be flying. I don't know how to fly. And then I started going down, and I like literally fell in the water, but I didn't, because I woke up, you know. And it was from that dream state. And I was so scared of water after. Well, I was kind of scared of water before, but now I'm more scared of water, you know. So every time my man would drive by the water, I'd be like, ugh. You know, I used to feel that stress feeling. And then over time, I'm like, okay, I need to get over this water thing, because every time I need to go to work, I need to pass this water, and I'm scared, you know, seeing lakes, seeing oceans, beach, or whatever. So I need to stop it. And so over the few years, I've been thinking about it. I've been working over it, and I flew many times or whatever. I now even made myself have a teacher. This is the second time I had a flying instructor teacher in my dream state who would teach me how to fly, how to better fly and whatever. And I have accomplished it and whatever in a way. And so I'm like, you know, I understand how one time when I was watching this TV show called Dark, he was like, the beginning is the end, and end is the beginning. And I finally got it. I mean, I got it at that time too, but this is a different way, a different life path. Then I'm like, I got it. Because because I'm able to fly now, whatever, you know what I would do? I would go back to these states that I was scared of flying over the water. Now I would fly over the water confidently and whatever, which confirms, because the beginning, how it started, my flying is, and the fear and stuff, because of me floating over the water. That's what it, oh, I kind of got goosebumps. That's where well, not all, but that's where it mainly started, from the flying, the fear, like how I started flying in my dream state. And I really thought I was flying and whatever. And that was the end of where this is going through, where like I'm able to fly over, I'm able to go further, because I'm scared of flying above, like going out the house, go out on the second floor, look out the sky, go outside the house, you know, out the bedroom, go to the living room, whatever. And it's okay. So yeah, I want to say this because I definitely know now I would fly over that water, like to confirm to myself, like I am not scared, you know. And like that's so funny because I did do it that recently, but it was during the daytime. I didn't do it at nighttime. So to get over my fear, I need to do a couple more tries and do that. And so that's how it all started. Because I was floating over the water, and I'm like, how am I flying out of the water? And I forgot. And then I drowned. I started to float, going down, and like eventually like drown, I guess, or whatever. And that's it. I hope you got it. I don't know how else to explain it, but I am going through a lot, and I'm learning myself. I learned also that I've been living a lie, a persona of myself, a story, you know, that I am short, and I'm like, I can't do this, I can't do that, because I'm short and whatever. And every time people would bring it up, oh, why are you short? How are you this short? And are you really short? And it would just really upset me. And I, like, for a long time, I'm like, why is it so upsetting? Because this is who I am. I should be fine, you know. But it just gets on my nerve, it gets on my skin, and I start lash out, and I'd be so angry. And my mom was like, why are you angry? And I'm like, I feel like we had this conversation years ago, and now we're revisiting that conversation. Now I feel I understand it. All this time I was gathering the information. Now I fully understand and I got it. And like I started feeling my tummy, my the energy in my stomach swirling, my the back energy swirling. I feel a release is happening. I was like, I've been living a lie. I've been living a freaking lie. I am 5 feet 5 inches tall. I have long hair. I am healthy inside out. I have physical abilities. Like, I've been lying to myself this whole time. And because I've been lying to myself, I have not been experiencing and executing my abilities, helping people in the ways that I want to really help people, because I thought, oh, because I would be too sexual, I'll ruin family, I'll ruin this, da da da. And I couldn't really do healing so much on people because I was so scared, of my true power that I could hurt somebody. But that's not really true. That was the frequency that's keeping me down and low by giving me that fear, and I stay in that fear mongrel area, which did not help me really move forward, move higher, elevate. And it did a little bit slowly because now that I figured it out, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I'm doing a 30-day detox, a reaffirmation, affirmating who I am, who I truly am. And I feel so liberated. So follow me on my journey to the new, better frequency, line matching me. Like, what? You probably not get it. You probably do get it, but this video is for me. So thank you for watching my video. I hope to see you next time because my friend is calling me, so I gotta go. So I hope you stick around, and until next time, bye. I love you.